Hi, welcome back to Moonlit Path Tarot. So today is going to be a general love reading for the sign of Scorpio. I've already meditated over the cards and I've set the intention for this to reach the people it's meant to reach in the timing it is meant to reach them. So whenever you see this reading, that is the timing in which you are supposed to see it. Don't force anything to fit. Take what resonates, leave what does not. If it doesn't resonate, then it just may not be your reading. So like I said, this will be a general love reading for Scorpio. All right, so today I want to start with some hidden truth oracles and see what is going on with the person on your mind. Like what's going on in their head? What would they say to you if they're not saying it to you? What do they want to say to you that they wish they could but maybe can't, or just simply aren't, like I said? All right, Spirit, what does the person on Scorpio's mind, what would they say to them right now if they could? I replay our conversations over and over. What else? We will be together again. We both know I am not the one for you. Well, I think that if I'm being quite honest, I know that maybe everybody isn't going to want to hear this, but I had this sneaking suspicion that when I started this reading, that it was going to go in this direction. So I don't know if it will, but we'll see. Maybe this will be explained as we get into the tarot. But for right now, what I'm going to do is put these up here and just kind of keep them there for reference. And then we'll see what's up with the tarot and if it's the same kind of messages or what's going on. So let's see. There. All right. All right, Spirit. So for the sign of Scorpio, what does the person on their mind, how are they currently thinking or feeling towards them at this time? Let me just shuffle these one time. Spirit, for the sign of Scorpio, what does the person on their mind currently think or feel towards them at this time? All right, we'll do one more. All right, Spirit, for the sign of Scorpio, what does the person on their mind think or feel towards them at this time? Well, this could be somebody younger than you. Doesn't necessarily have to be, but, yeah, this is going in the direction that I thought it would. So let's see. I'm not gonna assume anything too early on. So, all right. So how they think or feel towards you at this time? 5 of Pentacles. This is all about feeling left out in the cold by you. So maybe they did something, or maybe something happened, because the Tower indicates like a rug pull energy, like having the rug yanked out from underneath their feet. But I don't know necessarily that they had the rug yanked out from underneath their feet necessarily. I just think that maybe something happened to, I don't know, kind of either shake up this connection or break up this connection or cause them to feel in some way left out in the cold by you. But I'm not sure necessarily. I don't know. Like, I'm not saying that's your fault. I'm just saying the Page of Pentacles is, like I said, this could be somebody younger than you. I mean, it doesn't necessarily have to be, but it can. I'm kind of wondering if maybe they think, maybe they're immature in some way. I don't know. Let's get more into it. So let's see. I'm just kind of trying to look at this real quick and see if I just... This can also represent, an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Like I said, they could be younger than you. That's not going to be for everybody, though. This also can be some kind of offer, some kind of like new beginning. I don't know. Let's see. How else does the person, okay. So they look at you as somebody who is strong. This is Leo. So I'm getting something happen where they're now reminiscing about you, or they have some sort of nostalgia when it comes to you, or they've been thinking about the past or thinking about simpler times when it comes to you and them. I wonder, Spirit, can I get some for the situation? What is the current situation? Like what happened to cause this tower moment in this connection with Scorpio and the person on their mind? Okay. Huh. Okay, so Six of Swords. This can indicate like moving forward, right? This can indicate a feeling of letting something go and then moving forward. But then there's this Eight of Wands, which is Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, which is like quick, fast messages, and then, I don't know, moving forward in some way, letting go of something. King of Cups. So I'm wondering if they're looking at you as the King of Cups, somebody who's stable, somebody who has a lot to offer, because right underneath that, right, is the Five of Cups, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, which is like not being grateful for what you have. It's like loss, despair, sadness, regret, but it's like being a brat, kind of, in a way. It's not necessarily being a brat, but it's kind of like not being grateful, not appreciating what still remains, right? So it's like dumping out whatever you have and not being grateful for it, not appreciating what you still have. And then Seven of Cups, yeah, I just don't like this. I don't like this at all. This is not cute. Not really. I don't like how this is going. I kind of had a feeling it was going to go in this direction. I replay our conversations over and over. Six of Cups, right? So they're thinking about you. They're thinking about the past. They're reminiscing. They have nostalgia for you. But I'm getting this immature energy. So, like, they don't necessarily have to be younger than you, but I'm getting this, like, immaturity, right? And this, like, this rug pull energy. So I don't know if they are the ones doing the rug pulling, because it kind of seems like they are, since they're the ones who are feeling left out in the cold. I'm not getting any kind of, like, when it comes to the situation, you know, between you and your person, I'm kind of still on them right now. So I'm not looking at this as your energy. I mean, I'm kind of looking at this is your energy, this obvious King of Cups, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. This is your card. Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, Six of Swords, Eight of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. So, okay, so I'm getting some kind of like, this is kind of like moving past a relationship, right? So it can represent letting something go and then moving forward, right? But then this like messages, so it's like maybe they let you go and they tried to move forward without you, and then they message you, right? But it's not like, it's not this nice energy. It's not like, oh, I'm regretful for what I've lost. This is regret, sadness, loss, but it's also ungrateful. It's being ungrateful. It's not appreciating what you have. It's like, it's not being grateful. I'm just getting the word grateful, not appreciative, not like they don't care. They don't care what they have, and they're just dumping out what they do have, the rest of what they have. Like they still have a full bowl of whatever this is next to them, but like these ones are empty, so they're like, well, whatever, I just don't care. But then you continue, right? And then it's like this like multiple choice, multiple option, like not making a decision, or like maybe they're keeping you as an option. I don't know. I don't know. I don't like this really at all. What else for the situation regarding Scorpio and the person on their mind? Spirit. Okay. Queen of Swords, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. This is like communication, but it's guarded communication. It's not emotional communication, right? Like the King of Cups is emotional. The King of Cups has control over his emotions, is emotionally vulnerable, emotionally intelligent. But the Queen of Swords, though, is she's like emotionally cut off, right? It's communication, but it's the heart is in the cage, and it's like cold communication. So it's not necessarily like mean communication, but it's not like happy, nice, warm, fuzzy communication either, right? And then there's this like Two of Wands, this like, do I stay or do I go? I don't know if this has to do with like this multiple choice kind of having a ton of options. Like maybe they were keeping you as an option, but like not really saying if they wanted to be committed or if they wanted to, you know, be with you. I don't know. Let me just see. When it comes to Scorpio spirit, what does Scorpio think or feel towards their person at this time? Okay. Okay, so the Empress, which could be Taurus, could be an earth sign, doesn't necessarily have to be. This can just represent something that we care about. So you can care about this person. This could be somebody who's important to you. But when it comes to them and the way you think or feel about them, Four of Swords, which is like a vacation, right? It's like taking a break. It's like taking a rest. It's a timeout. It's rest and recuperation and recovery. So it's almost like when you're thinking about this like Four of Swords isn't necessarily like a negative card, you know what I mean? Not usually, but like obviously this is somebody you care a lot about, but this also does mean like taking a time out, needing a break, like needing to recuperate, needing to heal, right? So it's like, though you care about this person, I don't know if there's something you need to heal or if something is that you need to heal in some way from them. Because then we go right to, there's a lot of threes, right? So they're Tower and threes and feeling left out in the cold. And then I'll get to this one in a second, but like Three of Wands is like reunion that's on the horizon. It's reunion coming soon, but it's also a longing. It's like, I don't want to say like it's a longing, but it's also like I'm trying to think of the word. Looking ahead. That's what I'm thinking of. It's like looking ahead, right? So then Three of Cups. So I'm wondering, okay, so this person is obviously somebody that you care a lot about, but you're taking some kind of rest or time out or break from this person. You miss them, you're longing for them, but when it comes to this person, the way you feel about them is Three of Cups, which is like collaborative. It's like communication, or I'm sorry, it's like community, collaboration, but it's also like more than one person, right? So when it comes to this like seven of cups, this like, do I decide this? Do I decide this? It's like an option, right? So that's why I'm like, is there more than one person that they're dealing with, or you think that they're dealing with more than one person? Because also when you think of this person, you think of conflict, loss, regret, sadness, right? But this is like arguments, fights. So yeah, I don't know. It's like you miss this person, but in a way you need to heal from this person because there's just constant conflict. And this, do I stay? Do I go? Do I choose you? Do I not? I just don't like this. I don't like this. Yeah, you might be together again, but is that necessarily a good thing? Like, I know I don't usually like to put out readings like this, you know what I'm saying? Where it's just kind of like, nobody wants to hear this, right? That's my point. It's like nobody wants to hear all of this about the person that they're thinking about. But I mean, if you've stayed this long, you must know on some level that it's true, or that is the situation. And I don't love it. But hold on. Let me just keep going with this real quick. So when it comes to Scorpio person, when it comes to Scorpio spirit, what can they expect in the future? So no, that's not the question I want to ask. I want to ask, what can they expect as an outcome with this person, spirit? Wow. Yikes. Okay. Okay, so yeah, that's kind of what I thought. Okay, so when it comes to this person specifically, I hate to say it, but the Judgment, right? The Judgment comes out when there's a need to be honest with ourselves about how or why something happened, or how or why something ended, right? And when it comes to endings, then the connection with this person, Ten of Swords, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, So I'm not getting great energy from this person. And so when I see the judgment, when I'm asking about the outcome when it comes to this person, and I get the judgment, this tells me that you need to be honest with yourself about this person's intentions, about how this person treats you, about this connection with this person, because it doesn't seem like a genuine loving connection. It just seems like they want something from you. They can't make you a priority, but they keep coming back and messaging you, right? And then you just get this conflict, this grief, this, do I stay, do I go, do I choose you, do I, it, like, I like they miss you, right? But it's when it comes to you, they think you're a strong person, they want to move forward, they miss you, but it's nothing loving. It's like feeling left out in the cold, this little page, not the like queen or not the king, right? Like, yeah, I just don't like this. And then when it comes to the outcome, usually when this card, this is about honing our skill and honing our craft. So it's kind of like a need to be honest with ourselves and like putting what we practice into reality. So I don't know if this is, I don't know, like that's just kind of the message. That's the way I'm reading this card with this. Usually this is like hard work, like honing our skills and then putting what we've studied into like real life practice, right? But when it comes to these three, this is about painful endings, like painful endings, betrayal, backstabbing, right? And then it's like also the ending of hard times are ahead. But when it comes to the outcome with this person specifically, yes, the ending of hard times ahead may be coming to an end, but this is a card of transformation. This is a need to be honest with yourself. It's time to transform. It's time to put in the work into like yourself and this connection and to move on from them. Because honestly, when it comes to the outcome with this is another like struggle. This is like the struggle bus card, conflict, communication, or competition, right? So multiple choices, multiple people, competition, conflict, grief, despair, sadness, loss. None of these are loving. I don't like this. And then death and rebirth. Yes, that's it. This relationship with this person needs to come to an end. Period. I'm sorry. I know that nobody wants to hear that. Nobody likes to hear that, but sometimes it's what people need to hear. So why don't we just move away from the like negative and just kind of get out of that energy and see what you can expect for maybe somebody new that's coming into your life. Because I know that I've only done like maybe one other or two other readings, and I do remember one of the last readings being like this for Scorpio. So I kind of am like, I think we might be doing this like cycle on repeat thing, and we might need to be honest with ourselves because this person isn't a genuine person. They're backstabbing. They betray you. They disappear. They pull the rug out from under you. Everything's going fine, and then boom, they disappear, right? And then they miss you and they want to come back and they message you, but it's not a real connection. And I just don't like this. I don't like them, and I don't like that they're doing this to you. And if you're doing this to them, if it's vice versa, obviously it's not. I'm just not even going to go there, because if that were the case, you would have been gone long ago and been like, whatever, she doesn't even know what she's talking about, right? Because you would have probably been a little bit offended. So this is them doing it to you. You're not doing this to them. So, all right, when it comes to a new person for Scorpio Spirit, what for a new connection, let's see. What would the next person coming into their life look like, Spirit? If they got rid of this person right now, what would the next person? Okay. Normally I don't read reversals, but this Queen of Cups didn't come out in reverse. The Devil came out in reverse, right? So this person could be a Capricorn. So the next person that enters into your life could be a Capricorn. But I'm not getting this as like bondage, a feeling of being trapped, addiction, or this could just be, Capricorn also is very sexual energy, right? So this could be like the Queen of Cups. So this next person entering your life, you could be obsessed with each other. You guys could have this like intense, strong physical connection, this intense chemistry, this sexual energy together. So this isn't always a negative card, but I do like it because the Queen of Cups came out. So the next person entering in your life is going to be the queen to your king, right? So if you're a man watching this will be your queen. If you're a woman watching this will be your king, right? Divine masculine and divine feminine. So if you get rid of this person because they're nothing but like garbage to you, then you make room for this next person who you have an intense connection with, who is the divine feminine or divine masculine to your counterpart, right? And then Six of Pentacles. You know what this represents? Reciprocity. That means it's an equal give and take. What they give to you, you give to them, and vice versa. They want equality. They want, like I said, reciprocity and justice. So this person's going to be emotionally intelligent. They are, wow. Okay, so the Fool, this is a new beginning. This person is the Queen of Cups, is going to be emotionally intelligent, vulnerable, able to communicate, able to say, you know, you hurt my feelings, instead of disappearing and like when you piss them off, right? They'll be able to say, hey, I didn't really like that. And then you'll be able to say, well, I apologize, and vice versa, right? Because there will be a need to find a balance with this person. So Two of Pentacles represents needing to find a balance in our life, right? So a new beginning, taking a leap of faith, and then balance, duality, harmony, which is kind of the Temperance. So when it comes to this person, this is more of collaboration, community. When I say like threes in this top area weren't super positive, but this does represent stability, right? It represents community, collaboration. It represents hard work, working together. So reciprocity, good chemistry, good emotional intelligence, and collaborating, working together, reciprocity, and equal give and take. This next person's going to be the one for you, I think. Let's see whether that is like your person. I don't know, but wow, you know what? Wow, these were, hold on. This one, wow, okay, yep, we're done. This is it. This is it. Then once you get rid of this person, that's it. This will be the ending of karmic cycles and leveling up to this next person coming into your life. Because like I said, I was like, I don't know if this is going to be your person, you know, your twin flame, your soulmate. Well, that's confirmation. They could be a Gemini, they could be a Capricorn, but either way, this is your other half, even though you're whole separately, your other half, right? Your twin flame, the lovers. I love that for you. Get rid of this person. They suck. The next person, though, to come into your life, this is going to be the one for you. So get rid of this person, make room for this person. Look at that, bottom of the deck. King of Swords, right? So that's really nice. This is going to be like a leader, somebody who doesn't need to be told everything. You know what I'm saying? This is somebody who is intelligent, somebody who's strong, somebody who is has a commanding presence about them. So that's really good. I really like that for you. So what else we're going to do, somebody who else is rational, right? So focus. This is a focused person. They have a focused mindset and they're clear-headed. So I really, really, really like this for you. So what I'm going to do, I will pull some initials, and if you get either your initials or the initials of the person on your mind, that can just be extra confirmation for people who need it more. If you don't see your initials or the person on your mind's initials, that's okay, no worries. This can still be a reading. Like I said, this is just extra confirmation. But then what I'm going to do after I pull the initials for this top half, I'm going to pull the initials for this bottom half also, so you can get the initials for the person that's going to come into your life later once you get rid of this person. All right. So for you, your initials or the initials of the person you need to get rid of, we have W-I, Will, William, W-I-L-X, M-Y, J, Jill, Josh, Jamie, O, B, Job, H, V, K. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. So if you see either your initials up here or the initials of the person you need to get rid of, great. Then we will go ahead and pull some initials for the new person coming into your life once you get rid of this person. All right, so for the new person, their initials, we have E, F, N, R, U, D, A, Q, Z, C, S, P, I'll do 2 more, G, T. All right, Scorpio, that is where I will leave this reading for you. Feel free to check in for the next one. And as always, as above, so below, as within, so without, as the universe, so the soul.